Mahirrah and welcome to Fox News. Our breaking news tonight, Malaysia Airlines with 239 people has gone missing from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The company says that it lost contact with the aircraft 2 hours after takeoff, and it was working with authorities who had deployed search and rescue teams to locate the aircraft. The plane left Kuala Lumpur at 12:31 a.m. local time on Saturday, 6:44 p.m. on Friday. Radar contact with the aircraft flight MH370 was lost in airspace controlled by Vietnam in the early airspace controlled by China controllers. The flight had been expected to land at Beijing at 6:30 a.m. at local time. The passengers on board included 2 infants, according to the airline, which also released a telephone number which members of the public could call to see information. It's been 24 hours since the flight has missing, but no news about the flight. China government has placed a notice asking family members and friends and passengers assembled at a hotel located at estimate 30 km from terminal. They were taken on a bus, and such a movie invites anxiety to family members. Musk in a statement, rescue team still detected current position based on last position before lost contact air traffic control tower. Must also work together international rescue teams in order to detect MH370. Must also not accept any emergency calls from MH370. Must tells that 338 from 239 passengers is Malaysian people.
He's supposed to take the afternoon flight, but he got the departure time wrongly. By the time he arrived at the airport, it was already past 9 a.m. and he had to take the midnight flight.
Why was he going to Beijing?
He was going for a business trip and to promote his company properties.
Who he brings with him?
He was going with 3 company friends.
Do you know the situation right now?
I still don't know the situation right now.
Did they inform anything to you?
Must inform us to take along our passport, and we did it. But we don't know what to do next. I really don't know what to do right now.
Thank you, Mahirrah. A week after Lion airplane crash, another aircraft smashed into pole during takeoff at Indonesia's Sumatra Island. Jakarta, Indonesia. A week after an Indonesian low-cost airline Lion airplane crashed that killing 189 people, another of its aircraft was involved in an incident when it smashed into a pole during takeoff from an airport on Sumatra Island. A spokesperson for the airline said in a statement that they had received a letter of apology from the airport's air traffic controller. We move to China. First retirement home for showbiz beluga whales. Shanghai, China. UK-based company Marine Entertainment say it does not want to keep beluga whales in its marine parks because they suffer in captivity. But it has been under pressure over a park in Shanghai, China, which it has owned since 2012 and where 2 belugas perform. It has long promised to move the marine mammals to a more natural home, but it had been saying that there was nowhere suitable until now. Another news from China. Alibaba recording 10 million in sales in just 1 hour on 11 November, which is Singles Day, as shoppers around the world snap up hot items including iPhones, furniture, and milk powder. Shanghai, China. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba Group cashed a record 3.7 billion in sales Sunday during Singles Day, its annual 24 hours online retail frenzy, but the event's annual growth dropped to its slowest rate ever. Shoppers in China and across the world snapped up hot items including iPhones, furniture, and milk powder starting pre-dawn, with Alibaba recording about 10 billion in sales in the first hour after midnight. Singles Day, also called Double 11, is the world's biggest online sales event, outstripping the sales of US shopping holidays, Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined. The Chinese event was originally a novelty student holiday to celebrate being single, countering Valentine's Day, but it has since grown into a month-long online shopping festival that peaks with a 24 hours on November 11. This year, the company surpassed last year's full-day sales record of more than 24 million in just short of 16 hours.
Thank you, Afrina. Okay, air polls which began at 2:15 p.m. started a preliminary survey at Jalan Duta Toll Plaza. Even though the vehicles are streaming, traffic is still smooth. As long as monitoring is carried out, there are still vehicles taking advantage of the emergency lane as other vehicles move slowly in the normal lane. In fact, emergency lanes are also obstructed by their action. Our survey is also found that lorries were still using the highway at the time of the ban. The Road Transport Department (JPJ) previously announced a ban on 3 categories of heavy vehicles from using highway within 4 days and selected time during school holidays. Senior General Manager of Operation Division Plus Muhammad Zulastri Muhammad Amin said Plus opens a counter that is in the area of Ladang Bikam and Monora Tunnel. It will also open counter routes in other areas if there is a need. Hence, Plus asks road users to comply with the itinerary issued to ensure that the flow of traffic is always under control. At the same time, the police were asked to take action against road users who took advantage of the emergency route.
All I need is one man lives enough. But if you got it all, just turn your fears into trust, to trust.
You're saying those words like you hate me now. Our house is burning when you're thundercloud.
Kiss on the cloud, oh, kiss on the cloud, oh, no, kiss on the cloud, oh, kiss on the cloud, kiss on the
Thank you, Fatihah. I'm Natasha. In the Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, Kedah, Penang, Perlis, Selangor, Melaka, and Negeri Sembilan are no rain. While Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang,
is accelerated rain. But Perak, widespread rain. In Sabah and Sarawak, also accelerated rain. In Labuan, snow rain. At the night, Melaka and Putrajaya is snow rain, while Kedah is scattered thunderstorm. In Selangor, Johor, Kuala Lumpur, Negeri Sembilan, Perlis and Penang is isolated thunderstorm. Selangor, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, Johor, Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya is snow rain. Kedah, Penang, Perlis are isolated thunderstorm. Meanwhile, Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang and Perak are isolated rain.
Audio Jungle.
Kuala Lumpur. Hafiz Shahrin Abdullah believed he would have wrapped up the MotoGP Rookie of the Year title if not for his crashes this season. The Monster Yamaha Tech 3 rider admitted it is now difficult for him to overtake Italian Franco Morbidelli of EG Mark VDS in the rookie standings with only one race left this season. Hafiz finished 10th at the Shell Malaysia Motorcycle Grand Prix at Sepang yesterday, while Morbidelli placed 12th. Morbidelli leads the rookie standing with 50 points, while Hafiz is in second with 40 points. A maximum of 25 points will be on offer in the final round at Valencia later this month. It's tough for Hafiz Shahrin now to overtake Morbidelli. Each time he had scored points at Buriram and MotoG, Morbidelli was not far behind him. The gap was only 4 points going into Phillip Island, but then him crashed while going for an 8th place finish. However, he have already shown that he is faster than other rookie this season. Unfortunately, him crashed at Austin, Catalonia and Phillip Island. Hafiz added that he will be stepping into uncharted territory when Tech 3 make the switch to KTM machinery next season. Tech 3 have promised him a factory bike KTM and that all 4 riders including KTM factory team, Johan Zarco, Paul Espargaro and Miguel Oliveira will be getting the same bike. Updates and development to allow us to competitive with other manufacturers such as Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha and Ducati. It might be tough for him because he do not have any experience riding KTM, but he will try his best to learn as fast as possible. Hafiz, teammate Zarco will be moving to the factory KTM next year and his place in Tech 3 will be taken over by Oliveira. Both Hafiz and Oliveira's contract are for 1 year 2019.
Was an emotion moment because I start last and I feel really down to myself. And I saw Adam start from pit lane, and then he make a good job, unbelievable. I was crying in the box post, in the blackboard, push him, go. But it's not unlucky for him. But I'm really happy for him that he managed to do a really a good job this weekend. But just end of the race he cannot finish. But for my race, unbelievable. I cannot say anything. I just want to say Alhamdulillah. Thank you to my mechanic first of all because they believe on me, they understand me, and then all my family that come here, all my fans that support me, and I appreciate. I love you so much, and I don't know. I just really want from last grid. I just really want it to did a good job, and then suddenly arrive in P10. This is my target from the beginning of the weekend, but when we start from last, I feel down. I just try to say to myself, I just want to do my best in the race. So we did, and I don't know. It's the best moment for me.
Obviously, yesterday was very difficult. Did you do any changes to your setup at all? How did you buy feel today in the race?
From the first session until the race day, we changed everything, and we just believe to the bike, and then thank you to the God because make my way is everything. So I just want to say thank you to my mechanic because they work hard, they believe on me, they don't feel down, they still believe and they push me, and then this is what I want. Thank you very much, and I just want to say I love you all. Yeah.
Finally, there was maybe 120,000 fans all cheering for the number 55. Anything you want to say to your fans here in Malaysia?
First fan is of course my father. I was crying in the pit. I saw him from far, and then and also thank you to the security because give my father into the grid. I hugged my father, and then thank you very much, and to all my fans 55, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
We move to another sport news. Malaysia opened the 2018 AF Suzuki Cup with a 1-0 victory over Cambodia in Group A on Thursday. Norsharul Idlan Talaha scored the only goal 30 minutes into the game when he headed home from 8 yards after Shamikuti Abbas' driving run through midfield eventually allowed Sakwan Adaha to send in a decisive cross. In the group's other game, Vietnam cruised to a 3-0 win over Laos to lay down an early marker for tournament. Park Hang-seo's side, who won the regional title in 2008 and are one of the pre-tournament favourites, were dominant against a Laos team that defends and offer little in the attacking third. Nguyen Chong Phuong put the visitors in front at New Laos National Stadium in Vientiane 11 minutes into the game when he reflected a right foot shot into the top corner 12 meters out. And as the half-time whistle approached, Nguyen An Duc scored the second after Luang Xuan Trong initial effort from distance had come back off the post. Nguyen Quang Hai's curling free kick found the bottom corner of Sai Mano Lin Pasuit's goal midway through the second half as the Vietnamese ensured that they would top Group A after the opening round of matches. Malaysia faced Laos on Monday while Myanmar take on Cambodia. Vietnam's next games against the Malaysians on November 16 in Hanoi. Thailand will begin the defense on the title they have won twice in succession when they face East Timor in Group B on Friday, while Singapore hosts 2016 runners-up Indonesia.